Hey there, I'm Katja Savia, an independent artist from Finland. This is an extra video for people who are interested of my music projects a little bit deeper. They want to know them a little bit deeper, the reasons, the struggles behind the songs. And also I picked a theme for this video. What are my musical goals? Do I have goals? And first off, yes, I do have musical goals. And one of those bigger, most urgent goals is that I want to learn to be better at music production. And I will explain this a little bit more. He's back. That was the first video of 2020. I usually pick songs because of their lyrics. That's the main reason why I pick songs. The lyrics are either talking to me in some sort of way, they're somehow resonating with me. I feel that I can give something to this song when I'm reading through the lyrics. He's Back is one of those songs that it's not the best song in this entire world, but I like the energy of that song, and the lyrics are telling a story. I think these type of story songs are fun in my opinion, and there is something more than typical love song. It's a little bit nasty song. I think that's like more Katja Savia character that I love, and one aspect of the character. I noticed that when I rendered the MP3 file, and I was listening through the MP3 file, and it sounded completely okay and nice. But when I upload a video onto YouTube and I listen through the audio track, I can hear some crackling noises and sounds that I don't hear in the actual MP3 file. So I want to know what happens in between. It's something, probably compression thing or something, but I don't have any knowledge. Why does that happen? And how can I eliminate that? That also happened with last year, end of last year. I started to notice that it happened in When We Make Love as well. And I tested out different kind of stuff. Can I eliminate that? And I couldn't. So I'm very fascinated to know why that happens. That's why I want to learn music production more and understand what I'm actually doing. Recording, music production includes recording. I want to get better with recording. And I'm so embarrassed to even say these type of things, but sometimes I have difficult time seeing the difference or understanding the difference between different chords, especially like audio chords. I do understand fairly well different chords for digital instruments, not digital gadgets, but audio chords, yeah, okay, those type of things. When stereo tracks are switched, okay, you can fairly easily fix that, but sometimes I get them mixed. Also, recording vocals. I've gotten better with it, but my mouth produces so much saliva that in He's Back, there was this one sentence that I loved. I wanted to keep it. And you parked alone on a summer night. You're deep in love, pitching deeper in the wood. During recording, some sentences are filled with these mouth and saliva sounds. What can I do? Drinking water is not going to do it. It's just too much saliva. I don't know. So should I spit? That would be fun. Spit before I start recording. Yeah. And then during the recording, I'm like, okay, this sounds okay, and I can probably cut that out. when I'm editing this. But no, no, I can't. It just becomes 100 times even worse when I'm editing the actual project. And you can barely hear those things, I bet, but I can hear them. And when you start listening to that song, I have to listen to that song many, many times, and it will stand out. One of my goals is to understand MIDI and use MIDI. I have a MIDI keyboard on my table, and I use it sometimes to create sheet music, but I haven't been able to record MIDI ever. So yeah, my skills do need an upgrade because I don't understand MIDI. There's a huge lag going on when I'm trying to record MIDI keyboards, and I can't record anything. So there's a big goal for me. I don't understand how I've managed this long. And I'm so embarrassed to admit this. I'm so embarrassed. But I'm just pretty much all of the recordings that I do, they're just one take, as best as I can. And then I'm trying to cut some things out or tweak them a little bit if I can, but most of the time I can't. So yeah, it would be fun if I've recorded something and it's MIDI, and so that I could fix this tiny little detail that's bothering me. I could just move it around, move it a little bit here and there. If I don't understand what I'm doing, keep it simple. I have these monstrous projects. I'm way too big projects for my skills, and I have to make them simpler so that I won't go crazy. It's just like, it's horrible to try to make this huge complex thing when you don't even know what you're doing. Now, the second song of 2020 was my original song, Hang You Up. And it's a song about lust. And it's a conversation between you and God, like a prayer. You give up your faith in God because you've met a man, and that man is so wonderful that that man becomes your God. That's the reasoning behind it. It's taking a little bit stance, not too much, but obviously in these very religiously strict surroundings where you have to remain pure. My musical goals are also related to songwriting. I do want to get better with songwriting, and I've noticed that if you give me a chord progression, I start improvising, and I can come up with lyrics to whatever chord progression. Now, it's improvising, and the tendencies that I usually have with improvising is that it's very inward stuff that's coming out. Like, I want you now, or I'm so lonely here, I'm this and that. So one of my a way I want to challenge myself in songwriting is to add more yous. You in the lyrics. You are so amazing. You, this and that. So that it would become more outward thing. That you could actually enjoy it a little bit more and connect with it. Because if it's just like me going inward, talking about my issues and whatnot, it's very cold. I'd say that you don't really get the connection there, or you can't really reflect yourself with the song. Also, storytelling. I want to tell stories through songs, and that's the one thing that I want to get better at. He's Back is a wonderful example of a story song. There is the setup, what's happening, and there is this couple, and they're just like, what is going on in here? This can't be real. There's a story, and those type of songs I want to create more. But obviously I'm in a very child shoes in the beginning of songwriting, so it has been much more easier for me to write songs about me and how I've been feeling. And that's Hang You Up is actually quite personal song in that way. So here were some backstories behind these songs, and also about my musical goals that I have. What kind of goals do you have? Do you have musical goals, or am I the only one? Or am I the only one who has goals anymore? Yeah, tell me about your goals and how do you see yourself in this upcoming year? Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video, and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share this video, and we see each other next time on another video. Bye.